Hello, in this video we are going to be continuing working on public collections. We are continuing to make public collections work for users who are not logged in. What we did last time is we made the favorites button disabled if you're not logged in, and a tooltip appears if you're not logged in saying please create your own collection to use this feature. Now we are going to do the same thing for the link dropdown. When you click this button, there's a copy URL button. This will work. But then there's also edit and delete link. This doesn't make sense for most users. Rather, this doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to display this unless the user that is currently logged in also owns the collection. So we are going to add the same check we did for favorites here and disable edit and delete link and show this tooltip when the current user does not equal the user that owns the collection. So yeah, that's what we're doing. This should be a quick one because we've already done this pattern already for, yeah, this should be a quick video because we've already done this for favorites. So let's see if I can knock it out real quick. So what we're going to do is first find our link search row again. Link search list. Oh yeah, search row. That's it, search row desktop. Okay. I'm gonna close all of this extra stuff. So search row desktop has a bunch of things, and then is there a drop down in here? Yes, link drop down. Link drop down, and so we are going to need the pass, the link drop down. Oh, we already are. Copy link and no. Current user and collection. We need the pass, the link drop down, current user and collection, the same way we did toggle favorites. So I'm just going to do that. Easy. And let's go ahead and open toggle favorites for reference, just for the types. And then we're going to go into link dropdowns on the left. And so what we're going to do is add these two types, just like we did here. Current user and collection are both optional. We have these interfaces right here. And now that we have those, we can just continue to copy, I think. Yeah. And so we need to grab those, current user and collection. And now is disable the thing on? Sweet. Okay, this is going to be really easy. So I'm updating the is it disabled to check if current user exists. So if current user does not exist, we return true, you're disabled. If the collection does not exist, you return true, you're not disabled. Otherwise, else if current user.id does not equal collection.user ID. That's one too many equals. And this is camel. Return true. False. Yeah, that's it. And so then is disabled is the value of this. And we're going to do that for edit link and delete link. And now we're not logged in. Edit and delete are disabled. Wow, that was great. How long was that? Oh, I can't see how long I've been recording. Okay, whatever. Well, go me. Okay. So, okay. So we're also gonna have the tooltip. So, can I wrap actually, can I do this? I'm not sure if I can. This might not be valid. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, not yet. I don't know if a tooltip can be part of a dropdown or not in Material UI. We need to turn in tooltip text. And yeah, we're just going to do the same thing for now. We're repeating ourselves twice, which does not violate the rule of 3. So this is fine. If I copy pasted this one more time, then that would violate the rule of 3, and then we would dry this out. That. We're going to refresh for console errors. And just to start new. Okay, so that's not firing. That is edit and delete or not. That's not necessarily unexpected. I might have to wrap it in a span. That's what we have to do in other places. I'm not getting the console error. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not getting the console error, but the way that this hooks into like mouse events, you need to wrap it in a span. You might remember that from doing favorites. So we're going to do that here too then. That's kind of don't. It's fine. Okay, determine hit tooltip text and determine delete tooltip text. And then we're going to copy this and do this and then span. And we're going to wrap this in the span and in the tooltip. Right, no. Tooltip, span, menu item. Span, tooltip, menu. I got this wrong. Tooltip, span, menu. Menu, span, tooltip. Tooltip, span, menu. Menu, span, tooltip. Oh. There we go. And then you are going to be delete tooltip text. And for edit, we are going to say edit this link. And we're going to say delete this link. That's just not helpful. We don't need that. That's overkill. We're gonna just say determine tooltip text, and there's no tooltip if Please create your own collections, use this feature. Ew, I don't like that. Okay, so we're gonna make it follow mouse. Gets in the way. Does this get in the way too? That does not get in the way. But this does. I hover over edit and then go down the delete, the tooltip is in the way. How do I do that again? Tooltip. Follow cursor. Now, when we, yep, cool, that works. So now I can go from edit to delete link, and the tooltip follows my cursor. I don't end up scrolling over the tooltip and get stuck. Again, this is working fine. Yeah. Cool. I'm going to hard refresh one more time. And collection links unauthorized. Yeah, future problem. And edit, delete, cool. And copy works. All right, I'm going to commit this real quick. Handle, what do we call this? Handle link drop down for logged out users. And we're good. Okay. So that was easy. The next task we're going to do is handle these 401s. This isn't what should be happening. So we got network things that are failing that shouldn't. Let's figure out what the deal is with that. So collection, we need the whitelist collections, and we need to whitelist collections. And also collection does not need to be refetching. I think when I copy the URL, yeah, so this is re-rendering, and every time it re-renders, it's triggering this API call, which is not necessary. So one, this API call just should not be happening, but two, even if it does happen, it should not 401. So first, let's make it not 401, and then we're going to make it not happen. So the reason I'm going to do it that way is because it's going to be easier to debug if I do it that way, because what I'm going to do is go to my GraphQL controller. That's not that. GraphQL control, GraphQL controller. And throw my debugger in here. And restart Rails. And trigger that call. And then in our console, query. This is our query, and we're going to just whitelist this. So I do query. This is our query. Return true if query equals this. Again, this is very brittle. yeah, this is very brittle, but for now I want to be extremely strict about what a non-logged in user can do with GraphQL. Yeah. So we're going to continue, and then we can go back to our code. I did remove the debugger. We're going to restart Rails. And then go back here, and now if I copy URL, refetch everything, collection links, collection links, collection links, collection was successfully fetched. Copy the URL, cool. So, okay, so every time this re-renders, the GraphQL was saying I don't have a response for collection, thus it was trying to refetch the collection. Now that it can successfully fetch the collection, it's not constantly hitting a collection endpoint every time stuff re-renders. We still have, let me check where that was happening though. Should I move where that happens? Queries, get collection, query singular. Link search list. No, this is the thing. This is literally what we just did. And yeah, it's in the correct spot. So link search list. Let's see if this is constantly re-rendering. Woot. It is. Okay, so that's not as performant as we want. This thing does not need to be re-rendering this many times. I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. It's not crazy, but 1. I'm not going to worry about that for now. That's a micro. There's other things that I need to. There's other front end performance things that I could be working on. 5 re-renders. I mean that honestly might not. That might be appropriate. Oh, wait, let's leave that. If I scroll, are you? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and commit that. Not you. Whitelist collection query for logged out users. Cool. Another one down. Cool, I'm going to end the video there. This has been a small, concise chunk of stuff and packaged up neatly, and we'll jump into whatever's next in the next video. What is next is we need to fix the sidebar for logged out users still, and we need, not fix, but we need to display the sidebar for logged out users still, and we need to display information about the collection on top of the page. We will go ahead and do the sidebar next. So the next video is going to be about the sidebar. For the record, I have my long to-do list of what public collections entails. I'm not just making this up as I go along. So yeah, we're in here. We still need to display the author's original username, the collection's name and description. This one's not actually done. And then there's a bunch of other stuff. I'm not sure how to handle these yet, but we'll get there when we get there. Yeah, one thing at a time. Anyway, that's what I got for this video. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. David out.